Now, one of the things that often holds us back from moving forward in our life tends to be, of course, fear and doubts. And seated within these fears and doubts can be many things. There can be many causes for these fears and doubts. Yet, for some of us, they may stem from trauma that we've experienced in past lives or here in this life. So, if we are aware of the trauma that we've experienced and that it's stopping us from moving forward, it's really showing us the importance of releasing that trauma so that it's not inhibiting us from experiencing the life that we want to live. So this, in a sense, is easier said than done, of course. If the trauma wasn't so strongly held within us, then it would be very easy to move forward and not to worry about it. But here and now we're seeing that it is impacting us, and not just mentally in our thoughts, but also physically in our bodies. So I'm going to share with you just briefly what I would recommend based on my observations and what I've learned in my steps. So when we enter into an experience that's traumatic, we're going through it, during that point in time, we have no idea if we're going to survive it. We have no idea what's going to happen in that experience. And so we tend to escape or disassociate in that experience and literally disconnect from this physical reality. So our soul may separate from this experience while this trauma is occurring. So also during this experience, because we don't know if we're going to survive it or not, we go into tense fear in the body. We then carry that in the cellular body. Those same feelings of trauma are then held in the body and carried forward until now. So if we're then entering into an experience where we're being re-traumatized, it's firstly often coming up in the body and consuming us to the point where we're into fight or flight mode, and we have to respond out of what's occurring because it's really taken over for us. So what we want to be able to do is work at the body level to release this trauma that we've stored in our bodies from that experience. And to do that, we want to go back to that experience to support ourselves in that space and time. Okay, so if and when you're ready to go back to revisit that traumatic experience, I would encourage you to find a comfortable place to lay back, close your eyes, take a few breaths to reconnect with the body. So we want to maintain our awareness in the breath and in the body throughout this experience, to observe what's coming up within our bodies. And then from there, once you're in this state of relaxation and presence, you want to return to envision, to recall that experience that was traumatic for you. So you're going to go back and you're going to see yourself in that experience. You're going to see how it feels in the body as you observe this experience from the outside. And you're going to extend your support, your love to that person, to yourself through that experience, to let them know that they're going to be okay, that they are safe, no matter what's occurring. So you can extend that peace through that awareness to yourself in that experience, and therefore wipe it away at a cellular level, to wipe it away within the body, within the consciousness, within the minds, through love, support, and awareness. So when going through that experience in the end, it's ideal then to take time to hold this person, to hold yourself, and to further release and wash away this trauma that you experienced, knowing that it's all over with, and here and now you are safe. So you want to then reintegrate that level of peace, that love, that support into the body, into the cellular level, and to know how that feels. Okay, so you may need to do this more than once. If you've experienced more than one traumatic experience, you might need to go through each of these different experiences and do the same thing. And there may still, of course, be trauma carried with you after doing this. And so then it's still a matter of moving forward to observe when it comes up in the body, that you can feel the tension, the fear, the anxiety arising in your new experience, and then continue to support yourself here and now as you're going through that experience. Okay? So rather than jumping into a potentially traumatic experience to see where you're at, it's even more ideal to take time to envision yourself going through that experience into your future then. So you can take time again to lay back, relax yourself, go into an experience that you foresee might be occurring in the future, seeing what comes up in the body as you go through that experience. Again, staying with the breath, with the body, supporting yourself through that experience to further release the trauma as you're continuing forward in your life. Okay, so the further you continue forward, the more that will be released. And so we see that life itself becomes an act of healing as you're able to love and support yourself through that and releasing that trauma. So there may be some affirmations that you might want to include to share with yourself as you're going through those experiences that might be traumatic or re-traumatizing for you. So something simple to encourage yourself to know that you are safe. So you might have an affirmation: I am safe, I'm at peace, I am supported, I am loved. I am supported, I am loved. I am safe, I am supported, I am loved. Something along those lines, whatever works best for you. And it's not just a matter of saying it or repeating it in your mind, but more so breathing that medicine, that mantra, that affirmation into the body so that you can relax your body, okay? And then the final tip that I'd give you is preparing yourself in advance. If you know that you're entering into a potentially re-traumatizing or potentially triggering experience, you're going to want to be proactive the best that you can. So ideally taking time to prepare yourself before entering into this environment or this experience to again breathe into this space within yourself, deepening your peace, deepening your relaxation in your body, and connecting deeply with your body through your breath before you enter into that experience. Okay? So all of these things put together have been really helpful for me, and I know many others. I myself have been going through many fears in my life, and initiations as well, you know, including spending an entire night in darkness, deep in a cave where bats were all around me, and that was a really powerful experience for me to release fears and trauma and showed me that no matter how scary it can be, no matter how afraid we might be in the mind, that we can still be at peace in the body. No matter how much we may want to run around, turn away and run the other way, that we can in fact support ourselves through all of these experiences. No matter what's being thrown at us, we can remain at peace, and in doing so, we can further reclaim our freedom with love.